Hey guys, it's Chelsea and let me scoot over so you can see my tree. If you haven't seen my haul from the Five Below store, I talked about how I bought myself a little tree and I was going to put it up in the background, and it's really cute. It's very like mood lighting-ish when you're going to sleep at night, and that, you know, like Christmas trees have just like a certain light to them, and anyway, I really enjoy having it in my room. So today, my last video was kind of like a really emotional type serious video, and this one's serious, but I wanted to tell a story that literally just happened like a couple days ago. It happened on a Friday, today's Monday, so a couple days ago, and I'm just super duper like salty and upset. And anyway, I got into a car accident. I have never been in a car accident except for one time leaving high school, like my junior year, I think. I accidentally like hit the person in front of me. It literally did not leave a single scratch on their car, and it was fine. Like, it was like they acted like they were going, then slammed on their brakes, and I didn't have enough time to brake, so I barely, like, I didn't really hit their car. It sounded terrible, but I didn't hit their car. It was so loud. I was like, oh my god. But no, nothing happened. So that's my only experience with that. And recently one of my best friends got into like a little bit of a wreck situation, her headlights out. So it's just been this season of freaking car wrecks around here. So anyway, you know, for me, thinking of my first car wreck, I was always so worried about like the first words that are exchanged when you get out of the car after you pulled over, like what the hell, like, you know, but it didn't end up being like that. But anyway, so let's get into the story. So basically, I drive an '04 Nissan Sentra. I'm gonna try and insert a photo somewhere, so if I don't, it's because I can't find one. I don't have that many pictures of my car. Anyway, so I have, like, in my opinion, it's like a piece of junk. It's a very basic car. It was a great first car, but for me, like, I need to upgrade. I want something with something to it. Like my car, the Nissan Sentras are very basic types of cars. They're like, every brand has like their basic car, and I feel like the Sentra is the Nissan's version. The Maximas and the Altimas are more, not necessarily luxury, but they have nicer things to them. So I just have been wanting to upgrade, and at my dad's business, an Acura came in. It's an '04 Acura TL, and what's crazy is that the years of the cars are the same, but the differences between the two are ridiculous. Like, the Acura has seat warmers, it has a navigation system, everything's automatic, like moving my chair, everything. It's so nice. So I've been eyeing this thing for a while. I really want it. So my dad's been working hard when he has the chance at work to kind of fix it up. It's one of those things where it's a bit of a junker. It's not a junker, it's actually pretty nice, but it has some ways to go before it's completely like great on the road, a very reliable kind of vehicle, and just the interior needs to be cleaned up, things like that. So anyway, I was super excited because my dad told me that after like Halloween and everything, he was gonna bring the car home, the Acura home for the weekend, let me drive it, make sure I like it before he puts any more money to it. So I am so excited. Like, you guys don't understand. I've known about this Acura for months and months and months, probably for like 6 months. I've waited for it to come home. So excited. It gets here. I'm a little kind of because it does have a lot of work to go, but I'm so excited, and I drive it around that night and it drives amazingly. Comparing it to my Nissan, there's no comparison. You wouldn't even believe that they're the same year of car versus the way they drive and the interior and everything. It's just so nice. It's leather, honey. It's everything. It's everything. And I'm just super excited to drive it. So as you guys know, I have my new job and I drive to work the next day. So this was a Friday, so this is literally the first time I'm driving this car. Like, I drove it around the night before a little bit just to make sure before I'm on my way to work and I have to use this vehicle that I was okay with how it was driving. So I loved it, and I'm on my way to work. I get to work. Now, the thing that sucks about my job, and it's something that me and another employee are kind of complaining about right now, is we open the store, we get to the store to open at 9, it has to be open by 10. That means, and only one person's allowed to open. It's really frustrating because there's like 3 registers that have to be counted, hand counted. There's no system to plug numbers in, it counts it for you. You have to physically count it, write everything down, add everything up at the end. It's not that big of a deal, but it's frustrating when you have to do that for 3 computers and there's actually going to be a 4th one, we're just waiting on it. So I have to count all these drawers, you know, figure out if there needs to be change and go to the bank, do the deposit from the night before. It's really, really frustrating. I feel like someone should be coming in midday to do deposits because it's very stressful, and if you get to the bank and they're running slow or there's a line. Anyway, this is just me ranting right now. This has nothing to do with the story. So I'm on my way to the bank. I am leaving like the place where I work. There are 3 lanes that turn left. On the other side there are three lanes making their left, and on next to them are 2 lanes. 1 lane goes straight and then 2 lanes go right. So this is something that's really annoying because where I work just opened up, so a lot of people aren't really used to it yet and aren't used to people coming from the other side and things like that. Every day I drive this route, there's someone always from the other side. If I'm making a left, I always choose the inside lane because on the other side there's only 2, so they're not even supposed to be in the inside lane. So that's why I choose that one. So every day I've left, someone from the other side has cut me off or something like that. It's like a very busy like highway sort of thing, that it's like a road that the interstate's off of. So it's so frustrating. I've almost been hit so many times, but I've never actually been hit until this one time when I have like company money and I'm on company time, of course, and I'm in my brand new car for the first time. Of course. So I'm in the inside lane. I get my green light, I'm going. Of course, everyone from the other side, like always, is always coming at the same time because they see that traffic's not coming. They don't look to see if someone's there, and they're just coming. And I'm like, whatever. So I'm going. I notice that this lady's getting pretty close, but since they technically shouldn't even be in my lane, like there's not 3 turning lanes, like there's no way they should be in my lane anyway. So I'm driving, all of a sudden I hear a pff, like it was so loud. I honestly, it sounded like the back half of my car got ripped off. Like it was so loud. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I have a bank bag, I have to be there, I have to open the store by 10, I'm by myself. No, everything's going through my mind. I look over and I see it's this nice ass Lexus, and I'm over here in this Acura. So I was driving the Acura, I wasn't driving my normal car. I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? Because it was just the worst timing ever. So I look at her, of course traffic's ablazing because all those fuckers from the other side don't wait. So we finally get pulled over, and we notice that there right behind us was actually a cop with like someone pulled over like for speeding or something. So we're like, okay, great, like there's a cop here, you know, I'm gonna get back to work on time. No, this motherfucking cop literally looks at us, sees that we got an accident, and drives off. Now apparently where we were, like a state trooper has to come by, like, and he was just like a county cop, so he couldn't do anything. But still, like, it was so annoying to me that like the cop couldn't even come and make sure we were okay. Like, we just got in a car accident, like I could, like, my back could be hurting, or like, you know what I mean? Like, this cop, it was that, so that was like strike 1 for me, and I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? This cop can't even stop. That cop could have like radioed someone in so much faster than it took us to sit here and call and everything. So we pull over, I get out of my car, I'm just like, ma'am, because I could tell it was a woman, and I was like, ma'am, are you kidding me? I had a green light, what were you thinking? And she was like, what? I didn't see you and all this stuff. Where did you come from? I was like, I came from the other side. Like, these stores are open now. Like, you can't, like, people come from over there. She's like, there was people in front of me. Just, like, making excuses. And I'm just like, I don't give a fuck because I had a green light and you had a red light, and you're not, for me, like, those multi-lane red light turns, I think should be a no-go. I think you should never be able to turn on red in those. If it's one lane making a right, I get it because it's just you and the person in front of you and you can see and it's great. The problem is these multi-lane like things where there's like a red light but people can still turn, I think are bullshit. I think, you know, they're like, it's just like, it's a light and there's multi-lanes, and that, you know, someone on the inside can't really see because of people on the outside. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. I think multi-lane turns on red lights are stupid anyway. And I was just like, ma'am, like, I was coming from the other side, like, I had a green light, I was in the inside lane, no, you guys shouldn't even be coming into my lane. I was just like, are you fucking serious? Then I think she realizes that she was in the wrong. She was like, well, there's a turn on red sign and all this stuff. I was like, it doesn't fucking matter. I wasn't saying that. I was like, it doesn't matter to me. I'm like, I had a green light. And then I think she realized she was screwed. and started playing the nice thing, and she was like, oh well, I'm so sorry, like I didn't see you. And I come out of the driver's side. She had hit me on the passenger side, on like the rear. I get out of my car, I come around to, and I'm thinking I'm just gonna see a scratch, because the only like little thing I've ever been in, it was so loud and there was nothing. I come around, there's a huge fucking dent in the car, guys. I'm going to put a photo in here so you guys, did I take a photo? Yes, I have a photo, in case the girl tries to switch her story or whatnot. But I'm gonna insert the photo in here so you guys can see, so you know I'm not lying. This lady hit my fucking car, not sideswiped, no, this lady hit my car. And then she was trying to say that maybe I came into her lane. I was like, man, that's not possible because of the way that you hit me. If I would have came into your lane, I would have hit you. Even if you would have hit me, I still would have like hit you, like the front of my car, and the front of my car had nothing on it. So I was like, ma'am, like you know, I was just kind of like, you need to stop, like you're caught, like hashtag caught, like you need to quit. So, and I'm just super flabbergasted because it'd have been different if I was on my own time doing my own thing and this happened, but I have to be at work at 10. It's like 9:30 when all this is going down. I have company money in my car. I got deposits that are supposed to be made. I'm just like so like flabbergasted and like taken away, and I would like, my mind's just racing. I'm like, oh my god, I'm getting in trouble with the company. You know, what's gonna go on? Like the store's gonna open late. Like, oh my god. All this stuff is running through my mind. Of course, no one's answering their fucking phone. Isn't it the one time you need people to answer? No one's answering. So yeah, so we end up getting out. I look at the damage. It's a huge dent, and I'm just like, are you serious? I literally look at her like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, and her car was white, my car was blue, and so there's just a white streak, and I'm just like, oh, like, are you serious? You couldn't drive a blue car? Like, I'm gonna have to buff that shit out. Fucking, oh my god. I call my dad, and he is just, you got in an accident, like this is your first day driving the car. I was like, it wasn't my fault, like I don't know what to do, like I was just freaking out. So my dad, because this was a company vehicle, we had a dealer tag on it and everything because I was technically test driving the car. I didn't even have my own like registration and everything like to the car. So I'm just freaking out, and my dad's like, it's okay. Like, what does she want to do? Like, blah, blah, blah. My dad was really not wanting the police involved because they fix cars anyway, and my dad doesn't want any claims on the insurance if we don't have to, even if, like, obviously it's going to be going on her fault. But my dad was like, can you walk away, blah, blah, blah. And of course, this lady's wanting to file a police report, and I'm just kind of like, I'm giving you the option to walk away here. But she's like, no, I don't want the story changed, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, we can call the police. So we call the state trooper, and oh my fucking god, you guys, waiting on this state trooper was like, it took forever. I was just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I understand they have shit to do and stuff, but if you're gonna make it so in that area only state troopers can do the crashes, then you need to have these people ready to go, because this is a very high traffic area. And anyway, so we waited there for probably a good 20 to 30 minutes. I'm still on company time. I still have company money in my fucking car. I'm freaking out. And he gets there, and I explain to him what happened. She explains what happened. He does our whole report with our information, our insurance, things like that. And we're good to go. I was just so taken aback by the whole situation because, first of all, now I still have to drive this way every day because it's one of the only ways out of my job. And it's like heart-wrenching. And it's so frustrating because like no one from that side yields, and I'm just so scared that it's gonna happen again. But anyway, that was my car accident story, you guys, and it was just so awkward, like, because we're on the side of the road, and I'm just looking at her like, you fucking bitch, like, oh my god, and I'm just trying to keep my mouth shut because I'm representing a company right now, and I was just so worried that I was gonna get in trouble with my job. And anyway, so it ended up being fine. The officer ended up telling me that she was gonna take the fall and everything, and that our crash number was gonna identify to the insurance company who was at fault, and that all we had to do is hand in this paper. But I do know from my friend's experience that it takes up to a month, and then you have to have someone appraise it and, like, you know, see how much it's gonna cost, and that it is quite a process. So I am glad that I wasn't driving my regular car at the time, because then I would have had two imperfect cars. Like the Acura wasn't fully great, and then my car that I don't think is that great, but at least its body is in good condition, would have been crashed. And so I'm glad I was driving it that day. But it was just so frustrating because I was like, there's enough to do on this fucking car, and now I have to do so much. And I was explaining it to her. I was like, man, this is like my first day driving this car. Like, are you serious? And she was just kind of like keeping her mouth shut, and so was I, but it was just so awkward being on the side of the road. And then the kicker of it all, so I'm trying to get a hold of my manager, let her know the situation, and she texts me, oh my god, it's Friday the 13th, no wonder. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, no wonder all this shit happened. And it was one of those days where you knew something bad was gonna happen. I knew that something bad was gonna happen, but I assumed it was gonna be at the bank or something. Like, anyway, so yeah, that is my car accident story. The store ended up opening late, and I didn't end up getting in trouble with the company, but it was still just kind of like so frustrating because that was all company time and I had company money. And God, if I could go back, I would have just braked and just let that heifer go. Like, I just don't understand, like the drivers around here are just freaking ridiculous. Like, oh my god. But anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed this little story time video. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you've ever been in a car accident down below. And anyway, I'll see you guys next time.